was a lesson. Cocaine. Cocaine was the drug of the 80s, perfect for the comedy boom because it made you talk a lot. It made you talk a lot, and that's what stand-up comedy is. Chatter, chatter, chatter. So the coke was out there, it was flowing, and the club owners loved to get the comics coke. They always had a dealer on call. If they weren't dealing themselves, they loved it because keep the monkeys wired, keep them hopping around. Absolutely. In fact, a lot of clubs, they would give you Coke or give you a huge discount, but if you asked for a sandwich, they go, that's half price. Sandwiches are half price. And that's Kevin Rooney's joke. Thank you very much. So I had a big addiction at the time, and I'm working in Columbia, South Carolina, Punchline, around 1984. So after the show, two guys come up to me with the old, want to do a bump after the show. These guys, they looked like they came right out of a Leonard Skinner song. They were skinny, wiry, couple of teeth not quite right, tattoos everywhere. Now, this was pre-tattoo for everybody era. This was only guys in biker gangs, even prisoners like, that's a little bit too much with the tattoos. You know? These guys had a lot of tattoos. So, of course, we do the old 1980s, three guys in a stall, and we're doing blow. Now, they had a sandwich bag filled with cocaine. So I immediately knew I had great new friends. Fantastic. We're in a stall. They're doing cocaine with a buck knife. The guy pulls out a buck knife, a big buck knife, and he's putting it into the sandwich bag, and he'd stick it. I didn't even realize it first. Stick it in my, it was like kind of like a piton in the face of a cliff, just sticking it right in my thing, and I'd snort it off of there. Of course, my entire upper face was numb, so I had no idea I was bleeding out of these holes, just sticking them, you know, and not on purpose, but he was as high, well, you know, here, have some, you know. There was no maliciousness with it, I think, maybe not, I don't know. So they said, we got stories. You like stories? We got stories. We just got out of prison. We got great stories for it. I don't hear the prison. I just hear great stories, and mainly I see a lot of cocaine in front of me. You should come party with us. We got gals. Come party with us. I go, gals, cocaine, I'm going with them. So we leave the stall, leave the bathroom. Now the club is completely empty. Everybody's gone. I'm walking out of the bathroom with these two guys, and the club owner, one of the club owners goes, hey, Rich, your wife is on the phone. My wife, I was married back then, 1984. I was married. She was in New York City. He said, your wife is on the phone. I said, tell my wife I'm gone for a couple of days, research and development. I got to do I'm out there just trying to find some new stuff. Well, he's like, no, Rich, you got to talk to your wife. It's an emergency. I go back. He says, you cannot go with those guys. They just got out of prison. The local police, the state police, DA, everybody's looking at them. They're following them. There was a guy in the show following them. They're suspected of killing another drug dealer, and you cannot leave with those guys. I said, okay, you got me. You want Coke? We'll get you Coke. All right, that's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed. So I said goodbye to my two friends. The next day, when I finally wake up, I pick up the Sunday paper, and there on the front page are the two guys that got busted with some young women. There's always like two guys and three 19-year-old women busted with a large amount of cocaine and the murder weapon that they used to kill the guys, a buck knife. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I was always hoping it wasn't the same buck knife, but the odds are these guys weren't buying separate ones. They weren't going, we shouldn't use the one that we killed the guy to do cocaine with. It's just a multi-purpose tool, boys. Yeah.